Death in the Western world is a real problem. We hush it up. We pretend it hasn't happened. Death in the Western world is a real problem. We hush it up. We pretend it hasn't happened. Is a real problem. We hush it up. We pretend it hasn't happened. Death in the Western world is a real problem. We hush it up. We pretend it hasn't happened. Death in the Western world is a real problem. We hush it up. We pretend it hasn't happened. Death in the Western world is a real problem. We hush it up. We pretend it hasn't happened. Death in the Western world is a real problem.
You do not know where your decisions come from. They pop up like hiccups. And when you make a decision, people have a great deal of anxiety about making decisions. Did I think this over long enough?
As an actor, you play characters, and then if you go deep enough into those characters, you realize that your own character is pretty thin to begin with. You know? And then you suddenly have this separation and go, well, oh, he doesn't exist, actually. There's just a relative manifestation of consciousness, and then somebody gave him a bunch of ideas. They gave him a name and a religion and a nationality, and he clustered those together into something that's supposed to be a personality.
You have to regard yourself as a cloud in the flesh. Because you see, clouds never make mistakes. Did you ever see a cloud that was misshapen? Did you ever see a badly designed wave? No, they always do the right thing. But if you will treat yourself for a while as a cloud or wave and realize that you can't make a mistake, whatever you do, because even if you do something that seems to be totally disastrous, it'll all come out in the wash somehow or other.
You do not know where your decisions come from. You do not know where your decisions come from. You do not know where your decisions come from. They pop up like hiccups. They pop up like hiccups. And when you make a decision, people have a great deal of anxiety about making. People have a great deal of anxiety about making decisions. Did I think this over long enough? Did I think this over long enough? Did I take enough data into consideration? Did I take enough data into consideration? And if you think it through, and if you think it through, you never could take enough data. You find you never could take enough data. The data for a decision in any given situation is infinite. So what you do is you go through the motions.
I think I needed color.
Of thinking out what you will do about this. But warriors are people.
When I really
Think
started
of all the
painting
variables
a lot,
beyond their control.
I had
What might
become
happen.
so obsessed that there was nowhere to move in my home. Paintings were everywhere. Something beside you was always telling a story. Eating on them. You can tell what I love every single by the color that you see and hear is talking to you. My inner life by the darkness in some of them, and you can tell what I want from the brightness in some of them.
Then, through this capacity, you will develop a kind of confidence. And through confidence, you will be able to trust your own intuition. Now, this is the middle way of knowing it has nothing to do with your decision to do this or not. Whether you decide that you can't make a mistake, or whether you don't decide it, it's true anyway. That you are like cloud and water. And through that realization, without overcompensating in the other direction, you will come to the point where you begin to be on good terms with your own being and to be able to trust your own brain.
He draws his strength now from the spiritual side of his life.
You do not know where your decisions come from. Data, 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 data.
Something inside you was always telling a story.
Doubt, mental wobbling, mental doubt, mental wobbling, doubt, lack self-confidence, lack self-confidence, lack self-confidence, doing the right thing, self-confidence, doing the right thing, say yes, doing the right thing, takes.
Writing poetry and sketching.
Doubt, doubt, takes. Doubt, doubt, self-confidence, self-confidence, self-confidence.
Writing poetry and
you have to regard yourself as a cloud. Doubt in the flesh. Because you see, clouds never make mistakes. Did you ever see a cloud that was misshapen? Did you ever see a badly designed wave?
What I'd like to do is just start threading in some purple.
Mistakes. If you will treat yourself
Threading
for a
in
while
some purple.
as a cloud or wave,
you can tell what
and
I
realize
love by
that
the
you
color of the
can't make
paintings.
mistakes, whatever you do.
You can tell
Because even
my
if you do something
inner
that
life
seems to be
by
totally
the
disastrous,
darkness in some
it'll
of
all
them.
come out in the wash
You can
somehow or
tell
other.
what I want from the
Then,
brightness
through
in
this
some of them.
capacity, doubt, you will develop a kind of doubt.
That's pretty.
Doubt. And through confidence, doubt.
I get so stuck when I'm trying to choose colors, but when I just grab them,
doubt.
it's cool.
This is the middle way. Doubt. Knowing it has nothing to do with your
I don't know
decision.
what writing poetry teaches me.
Whether you
And
decide
it just
that
frees me.
you can't make a mistake.
Something inside you was always telling a story.
People that are different have a shot at being original. You know, they got motivation too. You know, they got motivation.
You know, the bottom line with all of this, whether it's performance or it's art or it's sculpture, is love. We want to show ourselves and have that be accepted.
When your heart is in love, you're floating, weightless. But when you lose that love, you have to re-enter the atmosphere. And it can get pretty rough. And then you start to float again.
That's pretty. So funny, I get so stuck when I'm trying to choose colors, but when I just grab them, it's cool.
Something inside you is always telling a story. I don't know what painting teaches me. I know that it just frees me. You see and hear is talking to you, free from the future, free from the past, free from regret. Something inside you is always telling a story. I believe every single thing that you see and hear is talking to you. Something inside you is always telling a story. I believe every single thing that you see and hear is talking to you. You know, the bottom line with all of this, whether it's performance or it's art or it's sculpture, is love. We want to show ourselves and have that be accepted. I love being alive, and the art is the evidence of that.
I'm fine, thank you.
No, really, how are you?
Tired.
See?
Really?
We broke through that defense.
Tired, but very happy to be close to you, and congratulations on this great project. So, what this project, what this documentary means for your life and for your career?
It means we're all going nowhere. It's a big pageant of nothing rising out of nothing and happening for no one. And once you understand that, all the pressure's off, and you can just enjoy yourself.
And so I want to tell you something. Thank you for everything you do, for to share with us, your audience, the Eckhart Tolle message. I really appreciate it. This is very important for everyone. Thank you so much.
Yeah, he's a part of it for sure. He's a part of my journey, and it's been a lot of discovery. And you know, playing Andy Kaufman was an important part of it too, because I realized that, you know, Andy played characters, I played Andy, and neither of us exist. And we're energy. We're one giant field of energy dancing for itself. That's exactly it. And we shouldn't take it so personally, you know, because it really is just a beautiful, beautiful relative manifestation, and it's here for us to enjoy.